All right, ladies and gents, a video for us to figure out how we're going to go ahead and make something that looks like this. This, come on up, is an orthographic projection, but it's all using the first time in our class using the drawing feature in Inventor. So let's figure out how we're going to do that. So you're going to produce an orthographic projection for one of the objects that you made. Maybe I'll model one of my passenger sections and show you how simple it is. So once the part is made and it's in our project file, we're going to choose for the first time the drawing. So I'm going to pull that up here. We need to make a couple modifications. It takes a moment to load. And the modifications are because a lot of times the way that you would print these out or the way that you would display these would be for a big printer in different formats. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it to a printable size sheet. So I'm going to do that from sheet. I'm going to do a couple things first. First of all, we'll go ahead and we'll delete the title block there. We're going to put our own in there. And the other one we want to do is edit sheet here, and I'm simply going to turn it from D to A4. That's your standard printer paper. We're going to hit OK, and it gives that. Now, the first thing I'm going to do as I do this, I want to place my object that I'm going to make the orthographic projection of. And like I said, I want to use one of my passenger sections as an example. So I hit base, and down here, this drop-down menu has all of the files that I've made in that project folder. Again, one of the reasons the project folder is so expensive, so important. I'm going to go ahead then and do the middle section. So I'll go ahead and hit that, and it brings it right there. And I can move that around, but I don't need to move it around. Here, what if it seems like it's too big or it's too small? I can change the scale in this case. So that's too big, right? That's too small, and you can set it manually. You can set different scales. I think 1:1 is going to be fine for this. So I'm going to hit OK. Now here's the cool part of it. It changed the view, and we can make those look differently no matter in different ways, and we'll look at that in a moment. But we want to get the other views, right? The top, the isometric, and the bottom. Watch how simple it is. I'm going to go ahead and hit projected and do this and move it up. So there's a top view. There's my isometric view, click, move it down, there's my front view, and see how they're all aligned. Once I have them where I want, I'm going to right click and I'm going to say create. So there they are. In this case, you can see the view is sort of like a drawing. If we wanted a more realistic view, I could right click on my front view and I'm going to look for edit view. And over here gives me some different options. Hidden lines. If I don't want the hidden lines to show, I would select this one where it says hidden lines removed. They're not too busy in this case. I don't think it's really detracting from it, but maybe if you had a bunch of them, it would be too hard to interpret, so I'll leave them there. And then this one says shaded, so I'll hit shaded, see what that does. Hit there, and it goes ahead and kind of puts in that wood grain shape to us. I'm going to let you decide how you want to display yours. I could do the same thing up here, edit view and shaded, okay, and it's going to produce that. How will I know it's yours? Well, we deleted the title block because it takes up a lot of room. We can customize that title block, but for right now I just want you to go ahead and use some text. So under annotate, I'm going to hit text, and I want you to put something on that looks like this. I'm going to label the part. And mine was a automobile blocks. I forget the car. What was this one? C9? No, it's not C9. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's T9. You figure out what yours is. And then I want you to also say who it was created by. And we'll hit there. All right. So again, we got a real quick one. Now we're going to add a couple more things to it, though. I want to put some very basic dimensions so we figure out how to start using that tool. Remember, the very beginning of the year, we learned like the rules for dimensioning. So watch how simple it is. We don't even have to go back to our drawings or anything like that. I'm going to hit dimension, and I'm going to just kind of lay some out here. So this would be an important one for someone to know. Just click that. Mine's in inches, so 3.15. I'll hit OK for that. What's another maybe important dimension that should be on here? Maybe I'll move this one. Cancel. It's kind of hard. You want to grab that guy. I keep doing the same thing. I'll leave it there. I'll show you. I want to pull that one out, and we can pull it out. I'm just not grabbing it right. I'll do another one here. Dimension. What would be another one that might be appropriate? This one and this one to there. Okay. Right. I could do the here to here, but that's a hidden line. Remember, one of the rules is we typically don't dimension to hidden lines. So another dimension for this part, here to here. I'll pull it down here instead of putting it up here. We try to avoid that. And what if another dimension we might put in this case, another one that's important, here to here. Hit OK. And then, of course, maybe here to here. So again, this is not a tutorial on proper dimensioning and things like that. We'll get into more of these and the specifics in the next unit. I just want to show you how to use the tool. You should have the basic dimensions of these guys down. Hit OK. I'm going to pull that one out a little bit. Maybe this is an important dimension too that I need to put on there. So I'll do it. Right, there it is. And again, all mine are in inches. Now, the last thing, this is a drawing file, a .dwg file, and we don't want to move those around, try to email them or share them with your instructor because they take a long time. There's a lot of data associated with them. So as what we've been doing recently, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to turn this into a PDF and download that PDF to your project file and then email me your PDF. How do we turn it to a PDF in Inventor? Pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and hit the Inventor icon. We're going to do export as PDF. And it gives it that one. It's going to automatically go into your project file that you should have set up. And I'll hit save. And it brings it up on my computer. It may or may not on yours, but it should save that drawing as a simple PDF that you can email to me for credit for this part of the assignment into your project folder. All right, guys, go ahead and get to work.